What's up, Illusioneers? It's the Wizard here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Knights deck by Ellusionist. Taking a look at the tuck case, as you can see on the front we have Knights, Madison, Ramsay, and the Knights logo just there in the center. Now this tuck has opted for a minimal, simplistic look, as it is just a plain white stock with gold foil to accent it. Both the sides have been left plain and simple, and at the bottom we have the Ellusionist logo and some of their info. On the back we have the chess pieces in rank to the highest, from the pawns to the rooks to the knights to the bishops to the king and queen. Now opening up the flap, we have a 9 of spades reveal just there, and this gold foil accent. Now the interior of the tuck is where it gets interesting. We have the Knights design there and a chessboard-like look in gold foil all the way to the bottom of the tuck case. And all around, that makes this tuck one of the simplest but most elegant tucks I've ever seen. With this deck, you will receive 2 identical jokers. Now these are interesting in a fashion because, well, they are both knights. At the bottom we have initials to signify one for Ramsay and one for Daniel Madison. And there's also a 9 of clubs reveal on the joker that's meant for Daniel Madison. And there is a 4 of spades reveal on the joker for Chris Ramsay. However, I say that those are jokers in a fashion because you also receive 2 identical jokers. So in a sense, with this deck, you're receiving 4 jokers instead of just 2. Now here's a look at the back design, and on a quick side note, this back design is marked, but a riffle test on the side will reveal it quite simply. However, since the system is complicated enough, it is very hard for a spectator to read without knowing what it means. That being the case, while they might be able to find it, they will not be able to understand it. Also, the back design and faces have been printed with a metallic gold ink. And I'm definitely a huge fan of the red cards, which have been given black outlines to accentuate the gold. Also, as you'll note, this deck does not come in new deck order, it comes in mnemonic deck stack, which is definitely a huge plus for us as magicians. And here is a look at the Ace of Spades. Aside from that, the rest of the cards are mostly just bicycle standard in design, but some of the courts have been given custom faces. Taking a look at how this deck handles, the Knights deck was printed on a crushed stock, which means that it will be slightly thinner and a bit more flexible than a bicycle standard deck is. However, this comes at a slight price because while the deck will feel broken in from the minute that you take it out of the tuck, this deck will lose some of its durability. Furthermore, this deck has a traditional cut, an embossed finish, and a performance coat. Also, the borders on the back design of this deck and the faces are relatively thin, which means that it won't be a problem for you to make this deck look quite excellent in fans and spreads, even if you do have small hands.